Every aspiring entrepreneur in 2026 is being told to start a digital marketing agency. They are told it's the easiest, like laptop money to make. But the ugly truth that no one is talking about is they are a logistical nightmare. You are trapped 24/7 in a cycle of high churn clients, constant platform updates, and customized execution that turns your 24/7 like business, and you are a reactive firefighter and you didn't build a business. You built a high stress job that now owns your sanity. And look, I am all for multiple revenue sources. I think they're completely essential in today's volatile economy, but there is a better way. I'm Brooke Plack, and I'm a multi seven figure operator who built operations empires from the bottom, from the trenches, from scratch, literally from my garage. And through raw, hard earned experience, not things I learned in a course, not things I found out online that I heard somebody talk about, not theory. The reason my companies print cash while I work a focused 25 hours a week is because I avoided these complex tech trends and focused on what really works. Unsexy, low churn industries. And I ran them using strict hiring and delegation procedures and a bulletproof operating cadence, and that treats your business like an asset and not like a lifestyle that is taking over everything about you. And today I'm going to break down 5 boring niches that actually print money. And I have friends, people I know very well that are working in all of these industries right now, and they are rocking it. And so stay till the very end because I'm going to reveal the one operations metric that actually makes the business entirely automated from day one, which is, the goal, right? So digital agencies scale the complexity. This is the problem because human labor changes with every new client request. So every time you're getting a new client request, the amount of labor that's required to like pull off all the digital things that somebody wants is a nightmare. But boring businesses, that is where you can scale simply with simplicity because the service is identically the same almost every single time. And so the first industry that is huge, especially with government contracts, with cities, with municipalities in the commercial space, is janitorial and cleaning contracts. And no, I'm not saying that you have to go out and start cleaning these companies yourself. I'm saying you build the systems and you hire people that is something that they are passionate about and that they truly want to do. So this is massive business to business, B2B, reoccurring revenue, high client retention, because once they find somebody to clean their facilities, it is a set it and forget it lifestyle. It is not something they want to change. They don't want to have to source someone else. They don't want to have to do inspections again. If you are doing it, it is a huge demand curve that you can like literally capture. But the first 6 weeks are commercial cold calling outreach, and they can be incredibly painful. But once you secure those contracts and those relationships, you don't have to clean these buildings yourself. You build the SOP, the standard operating procedure, and you map out the cleaning checklist and then hire an on-site manager to oversee it. That's it. That's the first one. And if you are ready to stop chasing these internet like flashy trends that we continue to see in the AI generation and start building sustainable growth, be sure you subscribe to the channel because we're dropping videos every single week, multiple times a week, that we believe that every person that's aspiring to be a business owner and entrepreneur deserves a chance at great education, no matter where they are in their journey. The second industry that is booming off the charts right now in 2026 is the mobile fleet watching. Let me start that over. It's washing, not watching. The second industry that is booming off the charts is mobile fleet washing, especially business to business. So, trucking fleets, delivery vans, corporate vehicles, they have to stay clean. It's part of the brand, it is part of compliance. And it's a hard like industry that people like don't want to do if it's out of their operational expertise. So if they're in the business of delivering dry cleaning or delivering rugs and towels and linens to hospitals, right? They are not trying to be in the business of cleaning vehicles. And so it is a very high margin business that prints consistently monthly retainers because they want to make sure that their processes don't get interrupted by these dirty vehicles. And if you can commit a full weekend to corporate sales and the equipment setup, then if you have a strict tech stack that is booking, sending your people out, and collecting your payments, that's all you need. Less software equals more output in this industry. And so you can put GPS tracking devices, or like something we do with our daycare vans is we put little tiles and zip tie them up under the seat, the driver's seats. So you always know where the vehicles are. And the field crews will run automatically with your clean tech stack without you, without babysitting them. And finding people that love to clean vehicles, like young teenage 20-something boys, like this is such a huge industry for them. And it is something that you can really take the load off other business owners and develop really great relationships while providing a great service and charging a premium to get it done. Industry number 3 is commercial pest control. So I have a friend that is killing it in the pest control industry. Theirs is a multi-generational family business, but you don't have to start there, especially if you're focusing on the commercial side of pest control. So restaurants, warehouses, office buildings, they are legally required to have pest management. And if you are in the South, you can put termites in there with that in the South United States because of the humidity. There are so many real estate laws that have to do with keeping termite contracts on your properties, especially during the buy and sell process. And so it is a industry where you're going to need a licensed technician to start it off. So finding one of those or obtaining the license yourself and then investing in starting with one vehicle, starting small, is a really great way to get that business off the ground. And so if you can apply a really strict hiring and delegation playbook, it is something, the service is exactly the same every time. That's what we're talking about here. Repeatable services that never change. So washing vehicles, pest control, commercial cleaning, the service never changes. So you're looking for boring, repeatable businesses that you can implement a small but quick tech stack that can automate some of the back end office things and can really drive your profit margins up the front. And so if you own these client acquisition systems, your team is the one that's owning the execution layer. And so it really has to do with your delegation skills and your ability to just train and document what needs to be done. Okay, the 4th industry, and I am so interested in this one. I have considered investing in one of these companies myself, but this is the local roll off junk and waste logistics. So like the dumpsters, like dumphere.com or 1-800 haul off my junk, or they have extreme margins and high demand, especially in construction and remodeling, and immediate cash flow. So your truck, you have to have a place to store your truck and to store the dumpsters. So if you are somewhere where real estate's a premium, this one's a bit trickier. But if you're anywhere in suburbs or rural areas, totally something that you can implement very, very quickly, because once you get your first dumpster, it is automatic cash flow. You drop it off typically for a period of 7 days, sometimes longer if it's a big construction project. And then you may have a few haul offs in the middle, but you are not doing the work again. You are owning the system and implementing a team that can handle the executions of the pickup and drop off. And it's a repeatable service. That's what we're looking for here in these boring businesses, repeatable services that are the same every single time. So you create a simple digital dashboard, manage the logistics, have a dispatcher and a calendar, bam. It is a business off the ground. All right. And business number 5. Okay. This one is one that if you think about the two pieces in a silo, you're like, I'm going to be broke half the year. But if you couple them together, it's kind of like one of those kumbaya moments. So your commercial landscaping paired with snow mitigation. So if you live somewhere that it snows, you got landscapers only needed half the year. Well, if you take the same trailers and you get, the little side by side or the little mini X's that have the scoop on the front of it, then they turn into pushing snow around. Do you know how much commercial businesses pay to have a small parking lot? $300 to $500 takes them 20 to 30 minutes, and boom, they're back on the trailer and off to the next job. And so you are taking a pay cut at the beginning because you've got to fund the equipment for sure. And so the equipment is not always very cheap, but if you start out with a used mower and a used Mini X, and then you take the same model we've talked about in these other 4 industries and you implement the system and you give it over for a team of operators to operate for you, the secret to making these boring businesses work is truly like printing the money without letting it eat your life up. And that means if the service cannot be explained to a temporary worker in 9 minutes or less, don't sell it, don't buy it, don't be in that business. It needs to be very simple. We provide childcare from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for busy families. That is what one of our businesses is. It is not anything complicated. Now, the work can be complicated for the workers, and that's why they have to be trained well, but it's the same consistent service every single day. So digital agencies fail because it's so complicated. No one knows what they do. The tech stacks are constantly changing with AI. And so I caution you, if you are truly looking into long-term wealth building strategies, jumping onto another digital agency is going to be constantly putting out fires rather than building a repeatable system that consistently can bring in revenue and continue to grow your business until you exit one day, pass it on to the next generation, sell it, whatever it is that you're looking to do. But those highly repeatable systems are key because an elite business owner, the difference between a just regular everyday business owner and an elite business owner is they don't hunt for exciting opportunities. They hunt for predictable, boring systems that yield exciting profit margins. So stop trying to be a creative hero of some complex company and start becoming the quiet architect of repeatable assets that give you your life back.